Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is me, Dukect, here, live on Thursday. A brand new day and a brand new look here, live here on TalkShoe.com, and also on all the other sites I go on to, my YouTube page. If you're not here to the live show, it's on my YouTube page, Dukect.com. This is on youtube.com/DukecT, but also you can find it on manexpression.com, the freaking awesome network boards, the Escapist forums, the CCS podcast forums, and zipcast.com, and anywhere else, and also on iTunes if you wanted to just to download the audio person. So hopefully you will enjoy that. And now using this new mic I just got, and hopefully it sounds really good, and I feel like this sounds like a good microphone to have. And if things work out perfectly, which I think it is, I think this looks like to be a very good permanent addition to the family. So anyway, let's get on with everything else, the recaps, the craziness, and all the good things in between. So let's get things out of the way. Let's talk about E3. E3 honestly was pretty awesome this year. A lot of good games, a lot of interesting stuff, a lot of demos, a lot of things that I want to be talking about. But let's talk about the main stuff that I will be looking forward to. And if you have things that you're looking forward, please tell me. Please leave a name, comment, or whatever you can put up to. What are you looking forward to for looking for after E3? What's your main game you're gonna get? What is your game that's gonna be so excited for? And things and news, what have you. A lot of things grabbed me. Well, first off, the Nintendo World Championships were fun, exciting. I love that. Mini Wheat was interesting. That little kid, I liked Mini Wheat and everything. Was pretty fun. He was, a little out there, but he was a kid, so, I'm not expecting I'm not expecting Gordon Sully out there. I'm not expecting JR out there, but hey, he did good. I liked it. It was Black Andre, the Black Nerd, was there, pretty cool. Seeing like YouTubers and such out there. And then Aaron from Game Grumps, he went out and did pretty well. Lasted a little bit long, but hey, in the end, he didn't really do well. I mean, he didn't win, but Mario Kart killed him off, man. That dude looked bad at Mario Kart. Yeah, Mario Kart, that just killed him right there. But anyway, the event itself was fun, exciting. It was a lot fun, and more exciting and more tension building than anything that WWE Money in the Bank had to offer. And I'll get to that later with my other big WWE news and stuff I've been gathering on this week and everything. Overall, it was fun. Mario Maker looks completely great. Even though that was one person the Treehouse, whoever constructed the idea with those multiple row Bowsers, can just, that was just cruel. And I just honestly cannot wait to see all that I can't wait to see more of that when this game picks up and all the crazy Kaizo Mario is going to come out. Basically what it is, boys and girls, is going to be a Kaizo Mario, a legitimate version of Kaizo Mario. Those Mario games, those ROM hacks that basically say, like I want to be the guy, or all this type of stuff that puts this huge type of hard difficulty, this insane difficulty that some gamers think that will prove themselves, which in the end it doesn't. It makes the game harder. It's less fun. This is what this is going to be about. This is going to be that. So that's going to be fun to play. Seriously, oh goodness, it's going to be so much fun to play that. Still enjoying Splatoon. I got my I'm going to probably download Ryu and all the other Smash characters later on. Also, Earthbound Beginnings was released, and people were losing their minds. They all went crazy, and they couldn't get everything else. Hopefully, the server and Nintendo have calmed down. They've calmed down, and everything comes. Hopefully, everything's working out right now. I'm gonna probably pick that up. I haven't played that. Earthbound Beginnings or Earthbound Zero, whatever it's called, or Earthbound, the main game, didn't play it. You know, I'm not much of a turn-based strategy type RPG, but a lot of people say it's good, so I will give it a shot, and I will, both games, and if Mother 3 comes out anytime soon, I think people will be happy about that. And that would be something people will probably really enjoy. Let's see, what else? This whole Metroid Federation Force thing, people going crazy about. Look, I honestly think it'd be interesting to play and look at and seeing what things are happening in the other side of the galaxy in the whole Metroid universe. Expansion. And that's not a bad thing. A little bit of expansion and the mythos and all this type of stuff would be pretty good, and, give it a chance. I honestly I'm not going to judge a game before it comes out and, think it's going to be great. It does not help out people. It never works out. Even if people are like, oh my gosh, it's going to be great. Oh, we have Bobbert333 in the chat room. What's up, Bobbert? Yes, fellow Wii U gamer and stuff. I think it's gamer tag, by the way, or whatever it has. But anyway, hopefully, you can lead in the chat room. By the way, we have a chat room. Anyone else wants to come in? Chat room, on lock, and all this other stuff. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, yes, Nintendo. Nintendo really did a pretty good. I don't think it was a great job, but I think they did this was a good job for their E3. I think Xenoblade Chronicle X looks great. I'm going to be getting that this December. I already pre-ordered that because I love Xenoblade Chronicles. I doubt they're going to find a weapon better than a Monado, but you never know. They said, screw it, we're not going to do that. We're just going to get a Mac. Let's see, what else? What other things that let's see. Star Fox. A lot of people love that. I loved it. It looks like a reimagining. Same thing as Ratchet and Clank. The new one that coming out in spring of 2006. I'll get to that in a minute. I mean, it looks good. I want to play it, but I'm really worried about the controls. That is going to bother me. I want, Oh, yeah. I'll check that video out, man. See, Bobber33 said, yeah, he just made a video. 13 games need to make for Nintendo NX, Nintendo Next. Haha, I see what you did there, Nintendo. I doubt it was like Nintendo NXT or something. What would be NXT for Nintendo? What would be that Kevin Steen? Oh goodness, make it something up in your comments. By the way, have fun. But anyway, let's see. There are some disappointment things. They should be big stuff, but with Nintendo Directs, why do they need to do big things for E3? And that's the thing. It felt like more of an It was like, it's E3. They should have kept the things going because they had some real good stuff. I mean, Earthbound Beginnings, they had a lot of positive buzz for the Nintendo World Championship. A lot of people thought like that, but they tapered off with the Nintendo Directs E3, the digital performance, digital event. I think they really dropped the ball there. Yoshi's Woolly World looks fun. Other than that, I don't really care for Animal Crossing. I never did. I don't know if you do. If anybody else does, great. Thumbs up. I'm not really into the sim games. If I want to go play a game, chopping wood or doing everything else, living a regular life, I'll do that. I play games to escape that life. It's like, why? Oh, like I never got people who say, oh, I can wash dishes and do all this, go to crazy. Like, you can do that right now. You can do all that stuff now. You can do that in real life. Just do that. I play games to, when I think about escapist medium, I think of, fighting huge demons, or fighting in an apocalyptic wasteland, or flying a ship in space, washing dishes, or walking the dog, or paying bills, and things that people do in their regular life. I don't know, but if you have fun with that, go right ahead. But overall, Nintendo was okay. Now, for the good stuff, the best conference to me, honestly, was the Xbox One. Um, Basically, the reason why I thought the Xbox One was probably best was, well, I finally have a good reason to buy an Xbox One because they have backwards compatibility. Something they should have had at the beginning of the whole thing, but hey, what do I know? I'm just a freaking, person that thinks that backwards. Yeah, it's funny. Isn't it funny, ladies and gentlemen, that the so-called industry, this industry, like PS4 and Xbox One, we don't need backwards compatibility. Backwards compatibility is like, we were moving on from next gen. And it was 2 years ago, they were talking about next gen. They were saying Xbox One and PS4, there could be new and powerful games for it, and everything else. 2 years later, PlayStation Now, which they can actually use a digital, they have basically that type of digital capability, the digital, but you're going to get digital games, and you can put them on your PS4. And Xbox One just announced, basically, right here is supposedly is backward compatibility on this holiday. So all you have to do if you have the Xbox One, you can play the game. You have, this is, a lot of people are like, they put the game in. All you gotta do is say you have the game, original game, and if it's a part of this fan request 100 list, which I hopefully will have my games on it. I'm basically gonna start plugging my stuff on there. It's gonna be like, put the game in. You didn't read it, they'll just download it. Have a digital file, I believe, and then you just, boom, you can play the Xbox 360 game on your Xbox One. Great, that's awesome. But it's funny, and I feel like this industry has forgotten the two biggest selling consoles of their industry. The biggest of them were the PlayStation 2 and the Nintendo Wii. What was their main get for the PS2 and the Wii? Backwards compatibility. One of their main features. Yes, I know the PS2 had the DVD, and that probably helped sales too, but don't think the backwards compatibility didn't hurt it. It actually, I think it helped because you could play PS1 games and PS2 games. So not only you are not shutting off that generation, you can continue people to buy the PlayStation 1 games, the later end PS1 games, also newer stuff, and continue going for the PS2 and everything else. And they continued over the PS3 until they stopped, and now they're going back. Sony's going back with that. Xbox, the same thing, with now the Xbox One going with 360 games. I feel like this industry sometimes you just look at this and everything else. Yeah, and Baba33 said, they dropped the Kinect support even though they said the Kinect was mandatory. Yeah. Yeah, and that's, again, I just don't understand. They knew Kinect was a gimmick. I mean, I used it for the Nike workout thing. Yeah, it didn't really work out. And such, but but overall, I think that's a pretty good idea. I think that type of the Kinect is a good idea, but without any real feedback to it, without any type of physical feedback. Physical feedback, like, you really feel like you get hurt or anything else like that, it's kind of pointless. I think it's kind of pointless to really have that type of the type of like weapon and everything else. It doesn't fit. It doesn't really. It's the uncanny valley, and until we have that, it's not going to really help the whole connectivity and such. And speaking of Microsoft, I really did love the conference. They had some really good games out there. The Rise of Tomb Raider, which that looks good. I can't wait to play that. Fallout 4, which is great. I love that conference. Doom. Ooh, by the way, the Bethesda's conference was great. Doom. Fallout 4, all those games coming out looks good. I'm probably going to get Fallout Shelter for my phone when it comes out, because that looks fun. I've actually been playing Fallout 3. Actually playing my character up. And, yeah. But don't worry, folks. The last Real Standing episode, the Ratchet and Clank review, will hopefully be done by Saturday. Hopefully I can get that thing done. I'm starting the machine. I'm getting up there. So hopefully after this podcast is over, I'll get back to the review. After the podcast is over, I'll have to re-upload this podcast. I will be uploading the review. Working review, doing all the stuff, the next cakes and everything, all the retakes and everything else. I will do that and get these videos, get the stuff back to you, the people, hopefully by Saturday or Sunday, and get it all completed. Yeah. The Rare Replay Collection. Oh, yeah, that looks fun, but no GoldenEye for me, no buys. I'm sorry. I want, because GoldenEye, without GoldenEye, I'm like, that was rare to me. And no Donkey Kong games, too. That's two. That's two of the main games, Donkey Kong 64 and, everything else. But Banjo-Kazooie, I got both, actually. I have Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie on my N64, so I don't need to get Rare Replay Collection, not yet. Oh, yeah, I lost my place. I lost my train of thought. Let's see. I lost a train of thought here. Jeez, my brain just went out. Okay. And now I'm back. The Rare Pirate game. That game. What was that game? I can't remember, because that looked pretty good. Let's see. What was that game? Because it looked pretty good. Sea of Thieves. That looks really good. I can't wait for that. And honestly, if I want to get a platform game from Rare, the people from Rare Ukulele, they're gonna make that, and I can't wait to get that thing. Anyway, and by the way, I have Jet Force Gemini on the N64 too. So, yeah, thank you once again, Bob. Sea of Thieves. Yes. So I don't know. Maybe the Rare thing I might get, but but the main thing, honestly, on the Xbox One that took away was the HoloLens technology. Wow. I was like joking and like, it's gonna be like the next Watch Bar, but then I saw it, I was like, damn, that looked awesome. That looked like new technology. That is something that looks like really great technology that I wish I would like. I know it's probably gonna cost a legitimate arm and leg, but that looks so much fun. I'm not even into Minecrafts. Oh, sure, you can call in, Bobber33. You always can call in, man. The number is 724-444-7444. Once again, the number is 724-444-7444, and the call ID to connect to me, Dukect, is 92417. Once again, the call ID is 92417. It's always appreciated. Okay. What else? Like I said, I don't like Minecraft, but I love the HoloLens. I thought it was really awesome, and I can't wait to see more of that. Let's see, what else? Halo, I don't care. Oh, the only thing the Gears 4, the Gears 4. This is for the video portion of the podcast, so, okay, this is what the Gears 4, video trailer was. You got that? Hey! Right, I just found some orange goo. It's alright. I don't care. Just make my girl a bit. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There was a black screen. You couldn't see any of the characters. The characters were just bleh. I have never seen that before. I was like, you gotta see the caller here. Let's see. Hello, Bobbert? Hello? Can you hear me? Hey, how you doing, man?
Pretty good. I was just here to talk about a little bit of E3 with you, just a quick while. Hope you don't.
No problem. Oh, that's fine, man. I always like these callers and such, man. It's always a fun thing. It's always a great thing.
All right. Thanks for having me on here.
I was talking about Gears 4, which I don't really want to see. Personally, I would love to see Bulletstorm 2, or that great game, but no one bought. But honestly, Gears 4, that 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 trailer, which I couldn't see anything, I was like, why is this? Why are these characters? Who are these characters? Why should I care about them? I just, I didn't even. I like. The trailer was too daggone dark. Also, I was going to get into the Sony press conference, but if you want to go back to about Nintendo or anything else, go right ahead, man.
Well, I just give my quick thoughts. Nintendo was a bit disappointing. I didn't have high expectations because I knew they were going to not support the Wii U that much and probably move on to the NX, probably around 2016, 2017. But I still feel like they could have done a bit better. Microsoft, well, the only games I'm looking forward to is, the rare stuff, which is on the Rare Replay and Sky D's, and the that new IP that's being made by Keiji Inafune and the makers of Metroid Prime. I think it was called Recore.
Yes, that looks beautiful. That looks awesome. I can't wait for that.
Even though they didn't show any gameplay, I thought the concept was interesting. I can't wait till they actually show some gameplay. It looks like a fun game just from the trailer by itself.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see. Also, the one thing I really want to take away, but Sony's looks pretty cool as well. You had a lot of stuff come out. Then you had that big announcement of Final Fantasy VII. It is going to be remade. It is going to be an HD re-release of Final Fantasy VII, which the fans have been pleading for since they saw that PlayStation 3 demo. They've been crying for it, and I'm honestly, I haven't played Final Fantasy VII. I'm not really partial to the Final Fantasy series. I never really got into it. My teeth synced into the Final Fantasy thing, but this is something a lot of people have been waiting for. A lot of people have been positive. They've been can't wait for this. So, what are your thoughts about that? There was a lot of things interesting in the press conference. You had these Kickstarter for Shenmue 3, even though some people might not like that, but it wasn't completely a Sony project or something. I think it was something they just wanted him to do because I think they would kind of probably have at least exclusive content to at least the PS4 and the PC. I don't know the full details, but overall, what do you think of the Sony press conference, man?
Well, Sony made a lot of fans drink country by announcing remakes that they've been wanting so much. The Final Fantasy VII and, of course, Shenmue 3. Even though I never played, any of the series, this would be a perfect chance to actually get into it. I'll probably try to play the original Final Fantasy first and try to make a comparison. If I choose to buy that game. As for Shenmue 3, I'm a huge Sega fan, but Shenmue never really caught my attention really well. But hey, maybe number 3 would be the charm.
Yeah. It will be for PC and PlayStation 4. But I wouldn't be surprised that Shenmue 3 will be seeing on the Xbox because you had Shenmue 2 on the Xbox. One of them, I think it was like 2004, I believe. Shenmue 2 was on the Xbox. Let me just check here. Oh, professionalism, isn't it fun? But I know Shenmue came on the Dreamcast. I actually have Shenmue in the original version, but I played it, but I've never. It was 2001 actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was 2001, and it was came on 2001. For the it was like for the Dreamcast. It was originally for the Dreamcast, but for the EU. But actually, the Xbox version came out in October 2002. So, yeah, so that was really interesting. So, I think this could be something. I would not be surprised this was going to be on the Xbox Xbox One in the next couple of they might make an announcement since Shenmue, the Kickstarter, as of right now, has over $3 million.
Wow.
Yep, and I love this. Let's see. I gotta go down here. What was the reward? Oh yes, one backer. Actually, the 10,000 backer, one backer, and I'm not kidding you. You can go to the website. I'll put the link here. You will see it yourself, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rio's jacket. The guy's jacket he wears on the video game. That went for $10,000, and it is, the whole thing started like people like they want that jacket. I'm like, okay, well, if you want the jacket, I'm like, it's an okay jacket. Personally, I would rather have Star-Lord's jacket, but that's just me. But but seriously, that is insane. But honestly, yeah, the whole thing. Actually, another 10,000 bribes was actually dinner with you, Suzuki, and in the streaming script set. That's pretty nice too. But yeah, it's been completely taken care of. So there will be a Shenmue 3, and a lot of people have been waiting for this franchise for so long, and I'm happy for the people who actually got that. So here's to all those guys, and I can't wait to see gameplay and such for Shenmue 3, and see how it will cross over to, since it did skip the couple generations and such, so I want to see how it looks in the PS4 and the PC. That's going to be really interesting. Also, another thing that E3 had, which I am really... by the way, what did you thought about the HoloLens, Robert? I didn't hear you talk about that.
Yeah, what now?
The HoloLens, the Xbox, when you saw the Minecraft procession and you saw what this person was doing and you saw how he was the technology using to direct the character of that character in Minecraft. You don't talk about the Microsoft press conference.
Oh yeah. The first thing I thought it was it's going to be the Five Nights at Freddy games on there.
Five Nights at Freddy, yeah, I think that would be really fun. Yeah, that would be something. He's probably guys like Scott, whoever the guy is, like, the man that may probably just probably going all in that technology. Also, one of the big other stuff out there for Sony was actually Kingdom Hearts 3, and then we had another mobile game, which I don't, with the Kingdom Hearts franchise, which at this point, does anyone understand the story anymore of the Kingdom Hearts series? I'm asking it right now. Bob, you can free for the answer, but I'm just going to ask this question to everybody in the comments. Can anyone figure out the story?
I can't even figure out the concept.
Yeah, I have all 6 games of, thanks to the final mix of 1 and 2 of Final Mix, Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, and Kingdom Hearts Final Mix 2.5 or what have you. And the stories are still, that's the thing. It's just, I think they just overcomplicated things. But I can't wait to play it. It looks fun. It looks a lot more lively than the last time I saw Kingdom Hearts 3, the footage. Even though I had to sit through that horrible, boring conference. Oh, goodness, of the Square Enix, I just couldn't care for. I was like falling asleep. And then I woke up and I saw that crazy person in that mask, and I honestly thought I was going crazy. I'm like, what's going on? Am I seeing this? And I'm like, what's going on? I don't know anymore. What is this? I didn't know. And he came back at the end. I'm like, take off that costume, man. No. But overall, a lot of people are happy. A lot of people, for the most part, were excited. And even though one of the big things, they tried to hack even Destiny in the Sony press conference. I'm sorry. I don't care for Destiny. I have it. I'm like, yeah, I still don't care. I played it. It was just a minute, and I just it's something I regret right now. And And now they're announcing Destiny 2, by the way, for 2016. Thought that was going to be a 10-year plan, huh, Bungie? Yeah, but one thing, and thanks again for calling, Bobbert. The Assassin's Creed franchise, when are they going to take a break?
Oh man, probably until they find something else to milk.
No, I don't. I like Aisha Taylor. There was some good stuff. I like Tom Clancy's Ghost. The new Ghost Recon game looks fun and interesting. Um, the I like the fact that it finally has a female character in Assassin's Creed. That's nice. But seriously, he's now it's now gangs of New York now, but in Britain, and he's walking around basically saying, "Yeah, I'm an assassin." I'm like, do you know what an assassin is? They don't plant that around. No. And it's like, and I'm like, didn't this begin in 2007 when, we have Altair, finding a mission, doing everything else, planning his thing. Now it's just, screw it. Who cares? I never thought a series can just completely crap itself, but my goodness, Assassin's Creed, they did it. They actually made the series. Actually, they have killed that series. They killed it. But anyway, what is your but there's other games out there, I mean, including Cuphead, that looks fun. Tangled, that looks really cool too. There's so many games, including the remake of Doom and Fallout 4. I haven't talked about that. That looked amazing. And I mean, you're probably pumped for that, aren't you, Bobbert?
Oh, definitely. I've been wanting to get back into the Doom franchise for so long, and I didn't see much of the trailer because I kind of missed the press conference. But from what I saw, it looks pretty awesome, and I kind of surprised that Anita Sarkeesian, you probably heard of this, is complaining about too much violence in both of those games.
Yeah, Doom was never ever the lighthearted, violent things. I mean, you need to remember when old gamers and such back in the day that Doom and Mortal Kombat were both dragged into controversial hearings because of their violence. The violence is their forte. It is their whole reason such is. And besides, you're fighting against demons. I don't think you can hash it out with them. I mean, this is not Hellboy. But again, I don't think that crossover wouldn't work. But overall, I was really fun. I loved it. I'll probably get the console version because my PC looked I had to look at my PC. And our PC just had to look like, no, you ain't not playing that game on me. It would be like the only chance you could play that game would be like the regular Doom. It would be like the Doom back in 1992. Yeah, my PC is not that good, but Fallout 4 looks great. You can and I love the fact you can build a town, you can build these things, and continue fighting over raiders, and show that the world doesn't end and such. Which, really nice, and I can't wait to see what adventures you have in Boston. If it's anything like the adventures over in Fallout 3 and all that stuff, I can't wait for it. Also, hopefully they learned their lesson and not be as buggy as it came out and everything. I had to wait till like 5,000 patches and everything. So, but anyway, it was a very fun. I really am pumped for a lot of these good games coming out, and I'm gonna probably be basically poorer at the end of the year than because I honestly had no. I was like, man, I was questioning of not getting either just Xbox One or PS4. I was happy with Wii U. Now I'm like, I don't know which one. Should I get both? Should I not get any of all? And now I'm going to be broke because all these games are coming out. Not to mention Batman Arkham Knight's coming out next week. That's going to be fun. Yeah. Anyway, Barbara, thanks for calling in, man. It was fun, and hopefully you call again soon, all right?
All right, thanks for having me.
All right, no problem, man. Have a good night.
All right, you too.
All right, remember the show comes on every Thursday night at 10. Remember that, right? All right, peace. That was fun. That was Bobber333. I'll put the link in the YouTube. and all that good stuff. So anyway, thank you so much. That was the E3 portion of the show. We'll be right back right after this. We're going to have some more OC remix for you. Some OC remix for the people. So we will be right back, and we're going to be listening to some... let's look at... let's look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for Pizza in the Van OC remix with Chidi Inya MM versus USAF, Rocksteady, and Samara Smith. We'll be listening to that song a little bit, but we'll be right back here live on the Dukect Lounge. Thank you so much for joining me here live on TalkShoe.com. We'll be right back right after this.
To have fun. I do it, and draw that gun like a megaton running over everyone.
Whether chilling in the lab, equation pen and a pad, meditate on the universe down to an atomic mass. To diss me would be crass, opposition comes in last. Yeah, we straight from the sewer, but y'all ninjas just trash. You gotta be out your mind trying to mess with the team. A warrior keeps it chill, calm and serene, till a villain pops up in the civilian's path, and I step in and play whack-a-mole with my bow staff. Late night heroes, bright lights of the city, cruising in that turtle van, and I got the whole crew with me. Lasers on the roof, computers in the back, hooked up by yours truly. Shredder, where you at? Divide the pie, subtract the whack, add the fact that we hold it down in every city on the map. Multiply by the brain power I possess, that's a recipe for success. Yes.
I do it, I need to have fun. I do it, and draw that gun like a megaton running over.
And we are back live here on the Dukect Lounge, live on TalkShoe.com. Remember, boys and girls, you can find me everywhere on the recorded podcast and everything else on YouTube, screwatat.com, zipcast.com /DukecT. You can search for Dukect Lounge, My Expression, Freaking Awesome Network, and everywhere else in between. Anywhere I could spread this thing around. So hopefully you enjoy it. Anyway, what else is... WE. Money in the Bank. I honestly would say a show that was basically just one big disappointment. It was a really, really bad show. I mean, just... why was Sheamus... Can someone tell me why Sheamus won the Money in the Bank? Sure, Sheamus... Lesnar match would be fun, but Sheamus needs a lot more repairing than just having facing Ziggler, and that's it. Maybe if he... Honestly, I would have rather had Kofi Kingston, since Kingston is facing Brock Lesnar in Japan, and there's going to be a live showing at the network, so that would make sense. It'll get a nice little fresh main event because Kofi is in his new day and everything, and I think it would have been more interesting if Kofi would have won. It would have been would have been interesting seeing how the New Day would have had the Hell Championship. Could have been nice, and Kofi could have finally broke that glass ceiling instead of just doing his little stick. I think it would have been nice. Hopefully this leads somewhere, and hopefully it leads to something interesting, other than the WWE just letting them just not clap but just snap. Hopefully after losing the tag belts, the primetime play, which I liked. I didn't see much of the match, but I'll probably see the replay if I have to. But I will look and see that match and see how good it was. But overall, I like seeing the primetime players. Darry Young and Titus O'Neil, who I think he's okay as a singles wrestler, but I think he shines as a tag team. So yes, it's nice seeing them with the penny belts for a while. So, but Seth Rollins winning. Fine to have set up with Lesnar, okay, but here's my thing. I just want you know what I would love? I would love to see Lesnar take on some fresh opponents, and heck, again, him and Kofi would be nice, but I really think other opponents, like say, I don't know, Ryback or Heck, when TNA finally comes and dies, I actually would like to see Lashley. Seriously, Lashley versus Lesnar for WrestleMania 32 would be awesome. Also, you know what else would be awesome? Randy Orton versus Lesnar. Think about it. I don't know why. Lesnar's been on the roster for 2 years now, and I have no idea why they not made that match. So, if that's not gonna happen for WrestleMania 32, Lashley versus Lesnar, I'd rather have Orton versus Lesnar at WrestleMania 32. But that's just not Lashley and Lesnar. I want Orton and Lesnar for WrestleMania 32. But speaking of WrestleMania, according to let's see, there was actually a post here on the Freaking Awesome Network forums. I don't know if it's legit or not, but hey, I like to kind of more often than not, it seems more legit. It's a screen cap of the Dave Meltzer boards of according to Dave Meltzer, that the WWE books report this past year's WrestleMania 31, a WrestleMania that I did enjoy. I thought it was probably one of their best WrestleManias, a lot better than their previous entries. It felt like a real fun event. I think they really did some hampering on time management. The whole Ronda Rousey and Rock segment went a little far too long, and everything else, and all that good stuff. But anyway, it seems that there is a report out there that, based on WWE's own books, that this past year's WrestleMania 31, lost money for the first time in history. WrestleMania lost money. I understand that this is probably going to be affected in that work, but I really doubt this is WrestleMania, the first WrestleMania of all time, lose money. I don't believe that. I really do not believe that. That, to me, is a little bit on the wackadoo side. You know what I mean? I mean, all the WrestleManias that happened, I'm like, come on. WrestleMania 11 didn't lose money, or WrestleMania 9, or WrestleMania... Okay, WrestleMania 9 probably got money because Hogan was there, Bret Hart and Yokozuna and such, but are you telling me that WrestleMania 12, 13, or 12, or whatever you didn't lose money? I mean, there has to be some WrestleManias that did lose money before this one, but well, anyway, but this seems to be the first time ever WrestleMania lost money, and this is going to happen. I mean, when this is going to be brought up in the shareholders, I guarantee you they're not going to be happy. And when this is brought up, a lot of people have said, some people in this on page saying that they will not be surprised if WrestleMania will not be live on the network anymore. And if that's the case, or a huge price hike, saying $9.99 to be $20, $19.99, or $29.99 for the network, which will be suicide, because if they raise that price that much when you have other digital streaming services, i.e. Hulu, Amazon Prime, Netflix, whatever the BBC is going to be doing, and all these other type of digital streaming services, if you have a price that is that high, people are not going to go on it, because honestly, the way the wrestling is going right now, the $9.99 price point is the only reason why I'm keeping the network a subscription. If they raise that price, I'm leaving. I mean, I like the old shows or what have you, but I will. If that product, their main product, is not good enough, why should I continue to buy the product? That's the question, boys and girls. Why should I continue to buy it? I don't have an answer for you, but if you did, tell me. If you did, tell me. I want someone to break it down for me. Break it down, if you will. Why I should buy, a network that actually would higher the cost. And if they do take off WrestleMania, they're basically saying kissing goodbye to the majority of their box, saying it's just going to be a pay-per-view only event, which costs $60. You're just inviting pirates. You just invited the pirates to basically, to stream your show, WWE. If you're just saying, well, you can do all this stuff, but the network, WWE will be only, WrestleMania could only be pay-per-view on it, you're basically saying you have failed, the network has completely failed, and you look at these services and such. They mean only 1.3 million subscribers, last I checked, which is a lot. And if they can't make this work, I honestly think they need 2.5 to make money from this network, which is a long game plan. And I think this would be something, if it works, it'd be great. It will show the networks, WWE can be self-sustaining. If it doesn't work, and honestly, with my pessimism and such, and I know XD89 is like, not XD, 69 is like, oh man, it's a short game and everything else, don't worry about it. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be the long games. Everything's gonna be fine. I could say this: if the WWE Network does not have WrestleMania, or it jacks up the price to an unreasonable high degree, you're just kissing goodbye. You're welcoming in pirates. You're welcoming in these, people are not going to stream your stuff anymore. And honestly, more people are for newer content. Most people are like, I don't care about the old. Sadly but true, they're not going to care about the old. They want the new. So, why not? They're going to care only about the new. So, if the product is good enough, NXT can only do so much. So, they need to do some new original projects and such. And their little Jackass show ain't gonna save them either. But they need to shake things up. And they need to do so in a very interesting way. If not, well, let's just say that the WWE Network will be in another long line of costly failures for the WWE. A long line of costly failures. Anyway, we'll be right back. We'll take another little musical break. Man, this show is going on long today. It's going on long, brothers and sisters. Don't worry, it'll be over soon enough, as I will get into Ring of Honor. We're going to be talking about Ring of Honor, because Best in the World is tomorrow. Yes, Best in the World 2015. And who's going to win, who's going to lose? I preview the matches and see who's going to be the one coming on top. Here, live from the Dukect Lounge. We'll be right back, right after this. And well, let's look at something else. Let's play a little Super Mario Land, Super Hipster Land here on the Dukect Lounge, live on TalkShoe.com. We'll be right back, right after this.
The finest ingredients are right in the mix.
And we are back here live on the Dukect Lounge. Phone number is always to call in is 724-444-7444. Let's get the number is 724-444-7444. And the call ID to connect to me, Dukect, is 92417. Once again, call ID is 92417. We have reached the hour mark, baby. The hour mark. Long, man, I haven't been this way in a long while. It usually takes 10, 20, 30 minutes for this show. Ran past one, but now it's an hour. So hopefully you guys are paying attention, listening to the whole show, and having a good time and everything else. So, anyway, let's talk a little about Ring of Honor. Yes, Ring of Honor, Best in the World, is coming up this Friday, this Friday evening, actually. This Friday evening I'm going to be talking about this look because this, ladies and gentlemen, this matches, they're good. I am really looking for it. Some people say this match card is best in all is only a one-match show. I disagree because there are plenty of matches here that could be not only good but also very interesting as well. So let me stop talking. Let's get into it. Let's get into the first matchup. The CNC Wrestling Factory versus War Machine. Chris Coleman, a guy who he hasn't been that much success in the year. He's been in, like mid to late 30s. Not really the guy who's a journeyman wrestler. Cedric Alexander, on the other hand, seems to be a guy who's back on the rise. Just recently defeated the year-long streak of Moose, the ever impressive athlete that has been dominating Ring of Honor for a year plus. He defeated one of the biggest stars, rising stars, in Ring of Honor. But the reason why that is, I'll get to that later. Anyway, this seems to be very interesting because the CNC Wrestling Factory, they had some wins, they had some losses, but can they actually come back and start, get back on the winning path? And Kyle Coleman, the way he won the match via hitting the wrench at Moose, but yet using it to actually pick up the victory. This is something that's is he going more to the darker side? Can Coleman bring him back out of it? But he may need that dark side as he's taking on Rowan Hansen, the War Machine. As in Hansen, believe it or not, while in Rowe's absence, as Rowe had a broken leg last year, he rose up in the Ring of Honor ranks and became one of a top contender for the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship. And honestly, taken up to the limits and such, almost won the Ring of Honor title. But since then, he and Rowe has reunited, and they have been going to war. And lately, they've been going to war against Michael Elgin, and he's brought in the Killer Elite Squad, Elgin, since he was former friends with him, now he betrayed. Now Michael Elgin has brought in another tag team, the Killer Elite Squad. This tag team from the KES of Davey Boy Smith and Lance Archer. Remember those guys, boys and girls? They are now they have been hired by old Mike Elgin to take down War Machine. And they might be sneaking around, lurking around in the background. So what's going to happen when these two teams face up? I predict War Machine comes as a victory, but don't be surprised if the KES comes down and destroys them. Also, they are now the Killer Elite Squad. They're the NWA, reigning as NWA Tag Champions, and also the Pro Wrestling Noah's GHC Tag Team Champions. Moving on. Next up, we have The Decade taking on ACH and Matt Sydal. During a while, The Decade has been torturing Steve Corino's kid, Kobe. Just I think BJ Whitner has been basically hazing, trying to turn Kobe to the dark side and trying to just messing with Steve Corino. And this has been going on since Best of World 2014, but it's getting to a fever pitch. What's going to happen here? Is this going to try to bring Steve Corino back into the ring? Or have Kobe Corino, because all I'm seeing is this Kobe Corino basically knowing getting his butt kicked, have his partner betray him. At this point, when is Kobe going to step up against BJ Whitner? Is it going to lead to a tag match, a father-son tag match of The Decade? I think this is going to be leading up to, because Kobe seems to be basically, I don't know. I honestly think he's holding the idiot ball at this point, because wrestlers are telling him he's not ready. Everyone knows he's not ready. The crowd doesn't think he's ready. And heck, the latest Ring of Honor television show, you had they faced War Machine and he team tagged with Adam Page. If Warmerdine, and yeah, Warmerdine told me he's not ready. He kept slapping him on trying, and then next you know, got beat down for it. Put through, just beaten down and just broken. And you have Adam Page turn his back on him, and yet he's still loyal. I'm like, okay, is he trying to learn to make the mistakes? But even they are telling you, dude, you're not ready. I understand what they're doing, but it's I foresee the same thing, and this match won't be as good. It's going to basically be ACH, Matt Sydal, and I don't know. Yeah, I think that's going to happen until, honestly, a tag match will be signed. I think it's going to be at maybe at Final Battle. I think that will probably lead it up, since Ring of Honor does like to tease these things. So yeah, those to me, I think those two matches are going to be interesting. But this match, I think, is going to be really good. I think this is going to be really skill stiller. As next up, we have the last real man, Silas Young, taking on the Party Peacock, Dalton Castle. And honestly, if you haven't seen Dalton Castle's entrance, you have not lived. It's amazingly cheesy. It's way over the top, but it reminds me so much that I love wrestling in the first place. And it's surprising me that this is actually in Ring of Honor, since, you know, Ring of Honor is usually for high octane action, but not high personalities and such, which is actually a good thing. But anyway, I think this is going to be real good, because the last time we saw Silas Young in Best in the World, he did a great match with Kevin Steen. So I really am not going to be surprised to see him perform in a high level. So I think it's going to be probably one of the best matches of the card. I think it's going to be Dalton Castle winning against Silas Young. I think it's going to be a really good match. Dalton Castle comes back and wins. What have you. Next up, we have Mark Briscoe taking on Donovan Dijak. Yeah, with Truth Martini, part of the House of Truth. So I think this match will be decent. I give this to Devon Dijak. Thanks to interference. Don't scratch that. I think Mark Briscoe wins, as he has ODB in the corner. Yeah, ODB. And you know how they got it? It's one dirty Briscoe. Yeah. I'm not surprised one day we might see Eric Young in the Ring of Honor. I don't know. Anyway, I think it'll be a decent match. Next up, we have the Kingdom taking on, Adam Cole, baby! And with Mike Bennett and Matt Taven taking on, Bennett and Taven are the reigning IWGP Tag Team Champions. Bennett and Taven take on AJ Styles, the Young Bucks, the former IWGP Tag Team Champions, the Bullet Club. And honestly, I think this will be a fun six-man tag. I think this will probably be one of the fun. AJ Styles, the current reigning two-time IWGP World Heavyweight Championships champion. I think this is going to be a great match. It's going to be probably one of the very fun, exciting six-man tag. I have the Bullet Club getting revenge on the Kingdom, and this will start their goal, bringing back their championship race. Next up, we have the number one contendership match, a triple threat for the number one contender match for the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight title. Has the unbreakable Michael Elgin, who has had a rough patch last year, and looks like this match can finally lead him to the top. Mr. Ring of Honor Roderick Strong, who has been exiled from the decade of group that he forged, but now he is in a focus mode. He has been picking up wins and looking dominant. And last but not least, even though he recently lost, Moose, the former NFL offensive lineman, this man has been dominant in the ring. This guy, I really like him. He's big and he's strong, and I think I would not say he's going to win. I say he's not going to take the pin, but I wouldn't be surprised, because even though he has some of his problems with management, I wouldn't be surprised that this whole management thing might cost him again. I see Mr. Ring of Honor, Roderick Strong, becoming the number one contender again for the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship. Now it's time for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship match, as there is no disqualification, as Kevin O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, Red Dragon, take on Christopher Daniels, Kazarian, The Addiction. This match started off with Best in the World. This feud started off in 2014 when they first faced one for the Ring of Honor tag belts. They lost. They lost again. They lost again at Field of Honor 2014. In April of this year, the Ring of TV tapings, they laid it on the line, and the Addiction said if they beat Red Dragon, or they will walk out Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, or they will disband. And after this back and forth great match, someone in the mysterious red mask was seen in the crowd, known as the Knights of the Red Dawn. And supposedly, these men in red masks have been made their presence known and told us that the champions of Ring of Honor will all go down to them and face their justice, as it were. But then, as the referee was taken down, the red masked man, the KRD member, jumped in and laid out Red Dragon, allowing the Addiction not only retain their tag team identity, their tag team, but yes, redundant. Dukect CT is redundant, as he made the Addiction the brand new Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. But then the post match, you have the Addiction and Red Dragon surround the KRD, the lone King Knight of the Red Dawn member, and unmasking revealed he's Chris Sabin, former TNA World Champion, former multi-time X Division Champion, Chris Sabin. But then the Addiction showed their real colors by joining Sabin, attacking both O'Reilly and Fish. This started this long, important feud as they won a rematch. But yet they was going to have a rematch at Global Wars, but in the night too. But the Addiction jumped Fish in the locker room, forcing a 2-in-1 handicap match, was shown on Ring of Honor television a couple of weeks ago. They actually showed this on I think their second week at Destination America, but they're like, no. Kyle O'Reilly fought off their best to try to get this 2-on-1 handicap match for the tag team belts. In the end, failed because Twister Daniels said they got themselves intentionally disqualified. But now in New York City, there will be no disqualification. Red Dragon is looking for blood, and the Addiction looking to retain their titles by any means necessary. What's going to happen here? Will the Addiction rise, or will Red Dragon get their revenge? I see the Addiction retaining their belts with the help of their fellow Knights of the Red Dawn member, Chris Sabin. Or maybe Red Dragon might have something else to take him out. We don't know. But I think this might be Red Dragon's last chance of getting Ring of Honor Tag Championships. Maybe it could be someone else. Maybe ACH and Matt Sydal could be the new tag champions. You never know. You never know. And now it is time for the main event, ladies and gentlemen. As we have the champion versus champion match. Winner takes all. As the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion, Jay Briscoe, takes on the Ring of Honor Television Champion, Jay Lethal, to decide who is truly best in the world and who will walk out with their titles. Jay has been basically over for a year-long dominance of him reigning with the help of the House of Truth. This man has transformed from the young, plucky kid from we saw on TNA in the early spots of Ring of Honor to a very cynical, a very calculating champion. And he is calling record saying that the Ring of Honor Championship, the Ring of World title has made Jay Briscoe, but he made the TV Championship. The boastful gains of Jay Lethal. But can he actually pin a man? Or submit a man who has not been beaten or pinned for over 2 years? Something's got to give. who is going to walk out the Ring of Honor champion? Who will walk out as a TV champion? I think it will be one man only. I believe the TV champion, Jay Lethal, will not only retain the title, but his TV title, but also regain and make the Ring of Honor World title. He will finally cash in, and he will finally prove that he is not Black Machismo, that he is not the joke, the laughing guy that can do a Macho Man impersonation. He will prove that he is Jay Lethal. He is the man. He is the man that will beat the man, Jay Briscoe, and he will become the brand new Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion. And that's what I have, boys and girls. I think there will be one heck of a card. I think this match will probably be one of the best tonight, but then again, heck, you have the world title match, the world tag team title match. I think the number one contender match is going to be great. I think the 6-man tag is going to be good. The Serious Young Castle is going to be really good. And I think the I think the CNC Wrestle Fighting War Machine could be interesting as well. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches that you really on Best in the World to have a really strong card. This could be the best card Ring of Honor has in a long time, best on match quality. I cannot wait for this match. This is going to be great. Heck, I even wanted to end that pay-per-view, so you know I'm basically saying I'm all in for Ring of Honor. So this is going to be it. I'm picking Jay Lethal. Ring of Honor, you'd be damn stupid to not pick this guy. This man is ready. He is beyond ready. This Jay Lethal is your next big thing. Go and make the deal with him. It will be awesome. Jay Lethal as your new Ring of Honor and TV champion. That should be the last scene of Ring of Honor. Best in the world. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, thank you so much for listening here live on the Dukect Lounge. Thank you so much for listening and supporting everything I do. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Dukect here. Peace and love. I will see y'all when I see y'all later.